Okay, so we've now solved the bottom layer. Now we're ready to solve the second layer of the cube. To solve the second layer of the cube, I have to get this edge to be the right. It's going to need to be orange, blue, needs to go there. I'm going to have blue, red here. Red, green needs to go here. You see it's actually green and red. It's flipped backwards. And I need this to be green, orange here. So what we do, we're not going to worry about this piece right now. We're going to have to deal with that a little later. It's good that we actually got one of these because this is something you can run into that doesn't happen all the time, that we have this edge that's flipped. So what we do is we look around the top and we're looking for any edge that doesn't have yellow. So you'll notice here I have a yellow orange. That actually belongs in the top, this yellow orange. It actually belongs there in the top, the yellow orange. Here I have a yellow red. May not be in the right place, but it belongs up there in the top. On the other side here I have a yellow green. I do have this one piece though, orange blue, that does not belong to the top. It has to go into the second layer. So here's how we get into the second layer. Now if you're unlucky enough to not have any of your edges solved and to have all the whole top yellow. It doesn't happen often, but there is a small chance that that can happen because those edges can be just about anywhere. Well, if you're unlucky enough for that to happen, then you'll use the process we're going to use just to yank one out. And I'll show you that when we get around to this red-green edge. Show you how that works with the red-green edge because we're going to have to actually pull it out. But we have this orange-blue. So what I'm going to do is I see orange here. So I want to rotate it so that that lines up with my center. Okay, that lines up with my center. Okay, so the orange lines up with the orange center. And then blue is on top, and you can see blue is to the right of here. Right, this is where we're going to eventually want it to go. So here's how it works. We take and we rotate this. Once we have it lined up, we rotate it away from the center that it needs to go, that the top belongs to. So that's the blue. So I'm going to rotate the top a quarter turn so that now this blue-orange edge is over here away from this piece, away from the blue center that I want it to be associated with. And we perform, what we actually do is there's nothing new to learn other than just lining it up in this quarter turn. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to perform my right trigger. Now that's going to take my bottom, my orange, blue, white corner, and it's going to actually bring it back up top. So that's actually going to break the bottom. But as you're going to see, it's going to break it in such a way that we can actually fix it and get that edge where it belongs here, where it belongs right here. So again, we line the edge up, orange edge. We rotate it away from the center that it belongs with. All right, that's the blue that's on top. And then what we do is we perform our right trigger. R, U, R prime, U prime. Okay. Now, again, that has broken our bottom, right? But if we turn our cube now, you can see I have that white bottom facing me. If I just turn my cube over here to the blue side, I have the blue matching with it, and I have my orange, which again goes to the other side on top. So a left trigger now with the cube turn will actually fix the problem. Not only will it fix the problem, but it will also actually, as you're going to see in a moment, put that corner in there. So I perform my trigger. L prime, and now what I want you to see as I now perform U prime is that now that edge that I wanted in there is actually now sitting beside my corner, so that when I finish my trigger, L and then U, what I've done now is I've actually inserted that edge into its proper place to go with that corner. You can see now I have the orange, orange, blue, blue, and everything's matching up on the bottom. And then we just repeat that until we get the bottom solved, or as is going to happen to us here in a little bit, we're going to run out of edges to solve. So here I see another non-yellow side. Another edge doesn't have yellow, so it has red. So I need to bring that to the red side. Okay, it has blue on top, so there's blue on the left. So I need to rotate that away from the blue side. So rotating that away from the blue side, so quarter turn on the top to get that away from the blue side. So here he is, he's now hiding over here. All right, and since it's going to need to go here on this side, I perform my left trigger. L prime, U prime, L, U. And now I can see the white looking at me, so I turn it. See the blues line up with the blue, the red's on top, and when I perform my right trigger now to put it back, that will also bring the edge along with it. So we do R, U, R prime, U prime. Okay. And so there he is. The blue, red, white is now where he belongs. And we actually, you can see I have this whole second layer for the blue completely solved now. So I look again for my next one. Okay, I see I have a green, orange. So I rotate that around till it lines up with the green side. Okay, there's the green. As you look about your cube, if I look to the left of that green side, that's red. That doesn't want to go there. So I see that orange is on the right. Right, so the orange top is matching over here. So again, I rotate it away from my edge. So I'm going to rotate it a quarter turn this way. Right, and then again, I want it to go here, green, orange. So I perform my right trigger, R, U, R prime, U prime. Right, once again, I have the white sticker looking at me. So then I turn my cube a quarter turn. All right, there's my orange and my green, the white out the side, and I perform my left trigger, which is going to put that back where it belongs, and it's also going to grab that edge and put it in as well at the same time. So we do that. L prime, U prime, L, U. So if we look around the outside of our cube now, we see we have that all solved, all the orange, all the blue, part of the red, until we come to this edge here that's not solved. But if we look at the top, all of the edges on top have yellow. So none of those belong there. But if you examine this edge a little closer, you'll see you have green and red stuck in there. It's stuck in backwards. So what do we do with that? Well, we have to get it out so we can solve it. So what we're going to do first is we're going to do a right trigger, which is going to get it out. It's also going to mess up my bottom, so we're going to have to fix that again. So, or you can turn the cube this way and do a left trigger. It's really up to you. Again, I'm right-handed, so I try to do the right as much as I can. So I'm going to get that out by doing my right trigger, R, U, R prime, U prime. Okay, now it's out. And they're next to each other. But, again, that's not what we want because they're matching wrong. So what I have to do is first get my edge, my corner back into the bottom. So I have the white side facing here, so greens line up with green. And we do our algorithm. L, U prime. So L prime, U prime, L, U. And now I put my corner back in. I'm going to have to get it out again in a moment, but I had to get it back in so I could start my process. All right, start my process. So there's my red, green. So I bring him over, red, green. He lines up with the red. Of course, the green's on the right side, so we repeat our process now. We bring it over, a quarter turn away from where we want it to be, and then we perform our trigger to put it into this side. R, U, R prime, U prime. And now we have the white facing us. So again, turn my cube. Now that corner's matching up with the green. Red's on top. Red's over here. White out, facing out. And we'll insert it back in, and we'll also, as we do so, grab this edge back here to go in as well. And so we do so. L prime, U prime, L, U. Okay. And now, if you look around here, the whole 2 layers are now solved, and you've done quite an accomplishment. A lot of people can't do even that much. So you might wonder with these triggers, why am I doing this extra step of bringing it back always, even though sometimes I don't need to? It's just a good habit to get into, because the times that you do need it, so here I've broken this again. So let me fix that. Orange, green. The times that we need it in this current algorithm, we always have to bring it back. So it's just a good habit to get into. When I was first taught it, it was always just R up, U over, R back, and I didn't ever have that returning step. So I had to learn extra stuff and get a little confused. But by always doing that trigger with the 4 turns, you'll always do the right stuff. So again, here, just to recap what we've learned, I messed around a little bit and broke that thing. You're going to do stuff sometimes and break something you've already fixed. That's going to happen. So we turn it away, and we do our left trigger, L prime, U prime, L, U. Do our turn, get it back the right way. Right? And then we do our right trigger, R, U, R prime, U prime. Okay. And so now we solve the second layer. Now, to solve the remaining part, we do need like actual real algorithms. And we're going to learn those. There's going to be actually 4 steps that we'll use as we work to solve the top of the cube.